Start our journey. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham, you already know, may there be happiness for all. If you use the Mangalacharan as a prayer for Christmas, what a great prayer it is. Just think of it. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. God knows all the alphabets of all the languages, so we need not to think, oh, he only understands the English prayer. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. May there be peace for all. Sarvesham Puranam Bhavatu. May there be completeness, the wholeness. We talk about the Holy Spirit. Wholeness for all. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. May there be auspiciousness for all. Just look at the gratitude in the Mangalacharan. Gratitude means what existence has offered, I become aware and I thank for it, I appreciate. Should I start from the very subtle but very interesting, how I am able to speak? At the time of the birth, did I ask, oh God, give me the larynx and the tongue and the mouth to speak and to know the English language to talk to you? Is it not thankfulness? Do I not owe the thankfulness and gratitude to the existence, whether you say existence or the God? So gratitude, Mangalacharan is full of gratitude. That opens the mind, that drops the hard nut to crack, the unripe ego. Gratitude means some goodness behind time and the space. It means thanks to that existence who makes me and relations and everyone to exist, to think, to speak and act, and to know. Think of this. You can open the eyes. Think of this Mangalacharan. Our goal is to open the heart, to get rid of that anxiety created by the ego. Expectations and anxiety are the two sides of the same coin. And anxiety and expectations hardens my mind, my thought process that give rise to my ego. And here comes the Mangalacharan, which helps us every day, all the time. What a great day today on the happy Merry Christmas Day. We have a state of the thankfulness. You believe in any God or you don't believe, existence is there. I'm born as a human being. I have the ability to communicate and talk and get rid of my problem. Had I been born as a mosquito or something, some other, that level of the intellect, that level of the self-awareness is not present. Should I not owe thankfulness? Should I not owe the appreciation? Every day, every moment. So every moment becomes the Merry Christmas. And now we come to our main topic, this 2026. We should reach to a state where you become an example. Some people will say you are crazy, yes, but he is always talking about peace and happiness. But internal transformation will give you the real that yes, this is what the human being should be. So let us start with how you lived your life until today from the last session. Anxiety, blame and reaction, how many times? You may name one or two concrete moments each day. In those moments, did you react impulsively? Did you pause? Did you remember the Eastern wisdom? Did you remember the Mangalachara? Tell us openly. Yes, yes, we will talk. Terry will be the first. So, did you remember to apply? Did you remember to apply these six treasures? Did you remember
Part
to
of,
apply? Yes, yes, Terry, go ahead.
part of the time, I didn't do it perfectly, but I like what you just said. I just caught that. How anxiety is an expectation are connected, and it hardens the heart. Because I always feel like I have to be tough because things are so hard, and then it doesn't work. So today, why don't I just say, all right, let her do it? What the hell?
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, you have already dropped the ego.
Well, a little piece of it anyway.
You picked up the right thing. I don't know how I came up with that anxiety and expectation, or reaction and desire, or attachment and seeking happiness outside are the same, two sides of the same coin. It hardens, you become unconscious, habitual, and impulsive. That is where the ego comes. You rightly pointed out. Yes. What did you say? Hell, something like that. Yeah.
Like or
Anxiety and expectation. You go to hell. Let me live in peace.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yes. And you see, Terry is changing much more than you guys. Yes, Stephen, you want to say something? What happened during until the last session?
Thank you, sir. Well, since I wasn't on the last session, but I did listen to it, and my big off the chart moment was on Sunday, which was I had a family dinner here at my house, and unfortunately, my wife broke her foot over the weekend, and for the second time in 6 months. And now it made it extremely difficult. And by the time the end of the day came and I went back and reflected, I would probably say I was in stress the entire day until the moment I went to sleep. And it was the Mangal and Charan that got me to sleep that night. And since that night, I have been as calm, quiet, and at peace than I've been. So it works, and I do the practice and focus all day long since. So thank you.
Beautiful. Yes, we have to contemplate and reflect to get rid of. Contemplate, reflect means you remember these principles and you apply. Not only at the times when you are at peace, but also when you are some event, some incident take place in your life. It may happen to your body, it may happen to the body of my relations, but my internal calm should not go away. That will open the door to awakening, and you did right. Instantly, we should be concerned, internal awareness, applying these principles, living into that state, then come out and see what best you can do in the world, either for your relations, and you will see the life change. How are you, David and Jerry? Did David say anything to you or not?
I'm sorry?
Did David say anything to Jerry or not? Yeah.
Nope, hasn't been.
No, it's been quiet. He's been doing his own thing. Everything.
No, it's actually a really good time of year, just getting ready we got a big Christmas dinner today with all the kids and grandkid and all that stuff. And just going to the grocery stores, and you can just feel the tension. You can feel the pressure. Whole Foods the other day, people are intense and everything. And I just walked into Whole Foods the other day, and I just started doing Mangalachar, and I just kind of just sort of went through the store and did my thing. And if it took me an extra 20 minutes, so be it. And it was just more enjoying than it was getting caught up in the whole moment. And, whether it was the butcher or the fish store or wherever I went, you could just feel that tension. I just stepped back and said, I'm not part of this, and I'm just going to enjoy the ride. So it's a perfect time of year to practice it.
Beautifully said that you started the Mangalachar, and we are going to talk about the sixth treasure today. And yeah, I have picked up the main message that you gave, that, what I'm doing. Merry Christmas. I'm inviting people for a dinner, and I'm in stress. Why? Why? That is where the sixth treasure comes. We will talk about it. How are you, Jerry?
Very good. It's been very peaceful around here. So
Beautiful.
And I hear about Jody Stevens.
Oh yeah, Jody Stevens. Yeah.
It's interesting. The screen has worked for me really well. I've been just kind of seeing that and also talking about it. It's been busy. So David and I literally have been going in different directions and just coming together. So it's been very busy. There hasn't been a lot of interaction. But the screen and that screen, when we're fully awake, it's come to me that like there's so much stimulation coming in, and so the screen gets easily covered.
Yeah.
If we're not aware.
If you are not aware.
If we're not aware, but if we're aware of our essence, the screen, then even when it's busy, it doesn't get covered. And then the more we start to detach from all our roles. And when I say detach, I don't mean that we're not really present, and we care about our roles, but we see them as roles, and we can easily switch from one role to another role and still see the screen. It's been really interesting to look at it that way.
Beautifully said. If we live, you have 2 points here. One is the actor that is outside. That is not the real me. It starts with the body, mind, intellect, and ego. That is the movie, the drama is playing. And the second is the screen behind it. That is what is called the discernment. When we live in that discernment, you will be happy in any situation. But I want to congratulate you. The God has given you this couple an ability that you both are attending the session, you both are following the Eastern wisdom, and you both can evolve each other much faster than any teacher. It is such a good combination. Not many people, even they know it intellectually, but they don't want to participate. How are you, Dennis?
Yes, I can recall one moment. A few days ago, my honey asked me, "Do you want some tomato juice?" And I said, "No, I don't want it right now." And next moment, she exploded. "How come you don't want it? I made it for you. It's so egoistic of you," she says. And at first, my first reaction was, I was like puzzled. And my first thought was, why did she even ask me whether I wanted it or not if she expected only a yes response? And then the next moment I realized that she's right. This is how my ego works. I was indeed answering out of my ego and out of my own desires. I didn't see the full picture. like the existence is offering this to me through my honey, and I didn't recognize it. So
Beautiful.
I was just rejecting it without considering. So then I just smiled and said, sorry, you're right. I appreciate it. And of course I will drink it. So yes, she has been a teacher for me.
You see, I recognize inside, I applied the principles inside, and he said, sorry, I will take it. Why? Because my existence is providing me and I'm not availing that opportunity. Am I fool? Am I really crazy? An instant recognition. That is very important. So every moment, every event, every relations help you to come near to the awakening. Beautifully said. That is, we all have to learn from one another. So the next time everyone says, no, I don't like it. Hold on. You don't like it. You keep it, Let me enjoy this today. I was given an opportunity by the God to have so many things, including this one, which I'm saying I don't like. I'm really crazy. But if you are not a seeker, non-seekers say, you are crazy. I don't like it. Finished. Beautifully said. How are you, Samir? What happened last few days?
Sir, sometimes I am really surprised at why am I not reacting? Some situations comes when I should react. I just stand still and I think that what should I do? And then I react wisely. Means it is not that before I used to get involved without thinking. Now my mind is at peace. I think that what I should say in this situation and how should I deal with this situation. That is the thing. Before I used to get involved in the fight and I used to be a part of that situation. But now nothing is touching inside, nothing outside from outside is touching me inside. It is outside.
Beautiful. I know both of you, and I don't want to narrate any event in your life, but that is a great statement that you made. My mind think why I'm not reacting. I stand still. So then you go to the principles of Eastern wisdom. Inner calm is there, yes, instead of a reaction. Outer calm in this situation is there before the reaction. And that is why I'm not reacting. And then you come to a conclusion, it is not worth reacting. And that changes the whole perspective. Beautifully said. So, yes, Christina.
Thank you. Leading up to the holiday, I tend to feel anxious and overwhelmed, and I used, all of our skills and practices and asked a neighbor yesterday, and he asked, are you ready? And it was the first time I could say, yes, I feel ready. Not because everything was done or prepared for, but emotionally, I felt a sense of calm and peace, and even had some moments with my mom where I didn't see my role as her daughter and could feel a shift in just being able to be at peace and in a loving place with her. And then there were moments during the holiday, last night, we had 15 people over, and I seemed to have lost it later in the evening where I started to feel stressed again, and forgot to come back to the Mangalacharan and that I am peace, and I've lost that peace.
Beautifully narrated. But you see, can you contemplate and reflect? It's a holiday, it's a celebration, it's an invitation, and I'm anxious, I'm reacting inside. What kind of a person I am? I have to contemplate and reflect. If it is a holiday, if it is a celebration, my inside and outside should be filled with the peace, happiness, and joy. One thing more, you did not act as a daughter to your mom. There is some unconscious ego is working. What is my role to you? As long as I am present with you, I am a teacher. Let me perform my role and say goodbye. How long you are going to live with your mom? Mom lives on her own. You live. The moment you are in presence of the mom, play your role as a daughter. It will loosen the hold of your ego. In turn, anxiety and expectations will drop. Wherever you are in the world, we have to play our role. Drama. But inside the screen, we are free. I maintain the peace, Christina, you maintain the peace inside and outside. When you are before your kids, you are playing a role of your mom. When you are before the mom, you play the role of your daughter, and then that is done. How long we have to play? How long? Can you think? So you are loosening, that hard nut. You are loosening to it. Sangeeta, you want to say something?
सर जैसे मेरे हस्बैंड के साथ आर्गुमेंट के लिए वो हमेशा तैयार रहते हैं, तो मैं मतलब डेली ही अवॉइड करती हूँ कि मैं मतलब रिएक्ट नहीं करती, तो वो बात वहीं खत्म हो जाती है. पहले बात चलती थी, पूरा दिन चलता रहता था कुछ ना कुछ, तो अब वहीं खत्म करके मैं at peace हूँ.
They both are sweet, I know her husband also, but why she is saying that, it is her opinion, then I will change my perception. So she is saying that, my husband is always ready for argument. Can I say in a different way that your husband is always wants to know what is right and what is wrong? Put the things in a right place. Sometimes we think that the other is arguing, maybe wants to make a query, not very emotional, but wants to know the truth behind the event. Make it clear. At least before me, in front of me, your husband always wanted to know logical. But if that is argument, then you have to change your mind. He has also to change. So, very good. You have to learn from one another. You have to see the perspective, how they present. You're starting with the Terry, anxiety and expectation. So I have an expectation of the holiday, Christmas. I invited a lot of people with anxiety. Wrong. I'm sharing peace and happiness. Come on. So we did sama, inner calm. It is a dynamic state of the peace. Dhamma, you see how these 6 treasures helps us in our personal, professional, social, and family life. Means that it keeps your mind away from the impurities. Means you live in higher awareness inside. Higher awareness makes you a seeker. Seeker never fails. Dhamma is the external. We work. Dhamma is the art of external awakening. Can I use the word? Outer calm. Art of external awakening. You are before the mom. Let me play the role of a mom. Some stranger has come. Let me see what he or she wants. Let me play my role. Finished. Let me play my role. So when you play your role, you recognize your impulsive nature and you change. That is what the Dhamma is, and Uparama, resting in the higher truth. Your mind reminds you of the Mangalacharan. You awaken beyond the default mind. That is Uparama. We are following the process of awakening even in the journey of his sixth treasure. If you think that awakening is to see the thousand sun with eyes closed, I'm not advocating that. They are just hallucinations, imaginations. They come and go. Let them come and go. Whatever comes and goes, it has nothing to do with awakening. Uparama arises after inner calm and the outer calm. It is the calm that says detached involvement. Just now, detachment, Jerry said, it is not indifference. It is a detached. You are full of the joy, but resting not in inaction, but in freedom from a compulsive thought. Resting not in inaction, but in a freedom from the compulsive thought. That is where we have done the Uparama. Then comes we discussed a lot about it. Titiksha is resilience, it is equanimity, it is endurance. Endurance is strength without aggression. Endurance is a strength without aggression. Are you understanding, Christina? I will not play the role. No. Endurance is strength without aggression. Mom, tell me, you are wonderful. Even if mind says no, she is not, you force your mind. Why don't you agree, mind? She is wonderful. And after a few days, your mind will start saying that she is really wonderful. Why? Because without her, I should not have been a human being. That is what the Titiksha is. And we did lot on the Shraddha, the faith. We discussed about it. What we discussed? The belief. Remember the belief, what we faith and the trust. So we have to move from the belief, faith and the trust. Belief, then belief pending inquiry, and then ultimately we lead to the trust. So let us start with the samadhana. So I'm asking you a question on this happy Christmas. Is my rest really resting me? Let me change the question. Is my holiday really resting me? Again, let me use another phrase. Is the celebration I am making today is helping me to be in joy or in anxiety or in reaction? Tell me. The true rest or clever escape. The first lesson on samadhana. Pay attention. Your inner world is a busy market that never closes. Even on a holiday, even you want to celebrate, even you have invited lot of people. Your inner world is a busy market that never closes. When you say I'm relaxing, in the busy marketplace there is a lot of noise. And that busy market is your mind. Now I'm relaxing, but there is a clever escape. So you can finally step out of the noise and into the quiet temple within. Let us take example. Distraction is not an enemy. What? Yes. My mind is distracted to each of you present here. And on the words that I'm speaking, is it not a distraction? I'm talking about the principle. Where is the principle lies? Distraction is not an enemy, compulsion is. What is that compulsion? Occasional refreshment, entertainment refreshes us. It's okay, like a short walk outside. But when you constantly reach for your phone, your food, or noise to avoid an uncomfortable feeling, distraction stops being rested and becomes running away. It becomes an anxiety. I have to become aware. My phone is in front of me. So instead of communicating with you, and I start, let me start watching the phone, let me start watching, seeing the message. Distraction is not the enemy, compulsion is. So the true relaxation includes some willingness to feel, to breathe, to be with yourself without always changing the channel. That is why some of you told me that, in the market, I start with the Mangalacharan and I went into the rest. That is what Samadhan is. Samadhan, literal meaning is solution. Let us see another point here. If the life is so demanding, never forget this statement. I can bet you that you will have no anxiety at all. If life is so demanding, how can I avoid being scattered and distracted? That is our belief. That is our notion. It is a wrong notion. Why? Real problem is not the demand, but my impulsive habit, my unexamined habit of jumping. Many people are in these three places: half in work, half in home, half in their head. Start by choosing one. Don't claim that, I'm extra intelligent, I'm doing a multitasking. Forget about that. Half in work, half in home, half in their head. Start by choosing one task, one person, one practice. One task, teaching, one group, one practice. Finished. Don't I do that? Have I not been doing this? Won't stillness make me less productive? That is another wrong belief. I'm talking of the sixth treasure. It feels that way only because we are used to equating tension with productivity. In reality, a quieter, focused mind works like a laser, faster and cleaner, with a fewer mistakes. I focus on the topic. That is all, finished. Compared to flickering bulb of constant anxiety. Stillness does not mean doing less. Remove that blind belief. Stillness does not mean doing less. It means doing from a centered place with clarity instead of chaos. The people who cultivate inner quiet often discover they get more done with less inner noise. You get more done. And today is the time of the holiday. You get more done with a less inner noise of anxiety. Why I'm celebrating it. People know, even in India, people know. We used to invite 50, 60, 100 people. Oh, let us prepare, let us cook. You go to the kitchen, you do this, let me do this. And we always used to cook at least 1.5 times, depending on the number of people. Take it, I feel full of joy. What is behind it? Understand it. The seeker listens to the description of a scattered mind. As a seeker, I become aware of I'm into anxiety because today is a holiday. I've invited 50 people. No, 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 no. So, as a seeker, you are listening. Why you have an anxiety? Often with a, oh, okay, this is me. I invited people for a celebration and I'm into anxiety. The moment you become aware, it takes you to the second step of contemplation and reflection. Everyone is overloaded. This is normal. If I slow down, so the mind says if you slow down, you will fall behind. No, no, you cannot. The moment you break this impulsive habit, you enter into the samadhana, solution. After all, we have invited people. We have to celebrate. We have to offer. But anxiety behind in my mind is a choice, whether I choose it or I don't choose it. Are you getting it? It's a wonderful way to understand. The inner chaos is just the price of living in today's world. It is an impulsive habit. The old belief says everyone is like this. Being overloaded is normal. And there is no real alternative. It has become a fashion statement. Are you busy? Yes, I'm very busy nowadays. And we enjoy saying that I'm very busy. But if I say that I'm not busy, it means, the people will feel that I'm not working. There is some problem with this guy. The new understanding is radical. This samadhana is radical. Very simple. Inner composure is not an accident. It is a practice. Inner composure, maintaining that inner composure in relationship to any event is a practice. You have to do the practice. A focused mind is a form of inner wealth I can cultivate. And that is why we started. You never forget, where is my day? Does my mind feel most like a noisy marketplace? I have to, every day in the evening, which distraction leave me emptier or more restless afterward? What would a genuine temple moment look like for me tomorrow? Simple, realistic, but scared. First, I have to reflect on what happened today. Did I live into that state of calmness and peace? Then which distraction, or which anxiety, or which reaction, or which expectation has caused me, made my day rough and anxious? Third is how I'm going to approach next time when I live. I have to, do I want to live? Yes. Do I want to live in peace and happiness? Yes. Do this. Samadhana, the sixth treasure. And then I will come to the main topic later. Seeing the hidden cost of anxiety, noise, reaction inside my mind, maintaining the peace and calm outside. No, that is not samadhana. We have to remove everything distracted, reactive, and impulsive inside leads us to a solution. That is what is samadhana. What truly needs my attention, our attention, is my inner world right now in any situation. If that situation is not there, it will. So you see that, now you see, default mind is there. We already know it. Then you come to a discerning intellect. By the discerning intellect, you become aware. With that awareness, you have an inner calm. you have an outer calm, you have all the five treasures, one after the other. Your level of self-awareness goes up. Level of self-awareness goes up, you have a moment of self-absorption. In that state, now you are perceiving the event, not with anxiety, not with a reaction, but with a calmness. So you solve the problems of your life every day. Every day there must be a new challenge. Today you are celebrating, you invited 50 people. Tomorrow your kitchen is worse and then you have to take care of the kitchen. Or today itself. Or you have to throw the garbage. Every change, every action produces another action to be taken care of. This will continue throughout the life, but internally you are the screen and you live into that state of it. That is the first topic of understanding the samadhana I have taken up, and then we will take up the other in the next session. Close your eyes. First stage, you know the place, position and posture. Today is a holiday. No, don't lengthen the practice of meditation. I have lot of things to do. Forget about this thought. Why you are inviting that thought? No, I have another appointment. Leave that appointment today. Today is a holiday. So place, position and posture, become aware. Anchor awareness in the body to bypass the default mind. Default mind, impulsive nature. It is your attentive alignment of the body, mind in the space. And from there, we shift the direction of the mind. You are listening and you are shifting the direction of the mind from outside to inside. You are moving the mind, scanning it, or mind is touching the whole body, and you observe the sensation and you experience sensation, comfort and steadiness. Whatever we all have discussed and shared works here. And that started with the theory. Anxiety and expectation are the two sides of the same coin. So do I have some expectation? It will lead me to anxiety. I have an expectation. It means mind is already outside. No, I have to bring the mind inside. Start looking at the body. Do I experience sensation, comfort and steadiness? If not, let me do it again. Let me move the mind again. This contemplation will help you to move deeper into the meditation. Remember this. And then comes the third step, is the carefree. You know carefree? So we have separated the default mind with the discerning mind. Total separation is there. Discerning intellect, discerning mind is the knowledge, it is an understanding, it is an awareness, it is an observer. And the rest are observed. My friends, on this holiday, luckily on this Christmas, we have in mind, even with the impulsive nature of the mind, we have an idea, Hanukkah Day and Christmas Day and Buddha's birthday, they all are auspicious days. Our mind has that belief. With that belief, you are doing the practice. You just want to be absorbed completely. And then, in that state of being carefree, can you get a glimpse of Sama, Dhamma, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, the first 5 treasure. You just explore inner calm. Yes, inner calm is there. External calm. My mind is not running after the objects of the senses. So external calm is also there. If it is not there, you will move the body, and I'm looking at you. Those who are not showing their body, thank you to them. So then comes the Uparama. Uparama means that I have a trigger in the mind. I just want to be with real self, recognition and realization. Titiksha. I have to maintain that state of the body, live into the state of being an observer, resilience. All the 4 brings the Shraddha, the faith. Faith is a direct experience. Is the blind? Blind, yes. It is blind if you have not followed belief and the faith. But if you followed the belief pending inquiry, you reach to a point and then you have a trust. In that trust, you have an element, you have a pointer to the Shraddha. The 5. Now, in that state, every time, at least even for 5 or 10 minutes, one day, you just pick up the half of the practice. Once you reach, you start recognizing the samadhana. If in that moment you follow the Mangalacharan, it's only a matter of 1 week. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Mind is not distracted, it is focused completely, naturally. May there be happiness for all. Why? There is a recognition that happiness is already within me, within every human being, within everyone, everywhere. So the distracted mind forgets it. Reactive mind forgets it. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. May there be peace for all. Now you see what happens. Internally you are in peace. Externally you are in peace. You think, speak, and act in the personal, professional life in peace. Today is an event. Celebrate that event with an inner joy being expressed outside. Inner peace being expressed outside. Sarvesham Puranam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Puranam Bhavatu. May there be wholeness in all. In a religious term, you can say, let the Holy Spirit manifest in me. I can turn every religion here on the wholeness aspect. Sometimes the mind sticks to one belief. Turn that belief into expansion of your mind. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. May there be auspiciousness. So, what is your take? What happens in the state of auspiciousness? Is anxiety is present? Is expectation is present? No, the self-fulfillment is there. The idea, the awareness of the self. I'm self-fulfilled. I'm skipping the 6 neighbors today. We have a short practice. The stage 2. Become aware of the breath. Or simply go directly focus. Focus deep inside the forehead in the space. Check emptiness, blankness, space is there. And you pick up a point in the space and start breathing. Long, deep in the hissing breath into your belly today. Long, deep in the hissing breath into your belly today. And you remember the movement of the belly outside, inside with every inhalation and exhalation. And continue breathing long, deep in the hissing breath. Where into the belly. Every inhalation, belly expands. But in the state of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Long, deep in the hissing breath continues. Just to demonstrate, you will understand how the noise of the breath goes on with a deep, silent, and long breath. You know, resilience is required in this breathing practice. The impulsive mind will return and say, "Oh, it has been long enough, let me stop it." No, let me do it. Whether you say endurance or resilience or equanimity means that mind is equal in both the state, whether you are doing it or not. Mind is not hesitated. That will instantly bring the inner peace and calmness. Anyhow, leave this, return to the breath, the flow of the breath, and you already know you are watching the flow of the breath. You are not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. We are entering into the third phase. Third stage of our meditation. I'm just reminding you for the sake you understand. And even when you do the practice with this audio, you will remind yourself that you have to do a long practice. So you are aware of the breath, yes. You are in a state of place, position, posture, sensation, comfort, and steadiness. And observer and observed. You are very much present. So does it mean the first two stages, all the steps we do to increase our presence as an observer, to investigate, to enter deeper? You have to answer it. The third stage in that space. Now on the track of the breath, you're not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. On that breath, you are dropping Om Shanti. Every time the breath goes in, non-verbally or verbally, depending on you and your level of awareness, you drop Shanti on the breath that is going in and coming out, but mind it. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. And now, Shanti on the 16 segments of the fingers. So you see, you will have a variety of experiences. One is the dynamic state, and it is a half dynamic because you jump again to Shanti. And the static point is all the 16 segments of the finger. That is how the mind experiences. We want to break the myth of the mind. Why? You break the myth of the mind already absorbed deeper within. That is why, that is another reason we are doing this step. Today is a holiday and today is an auspicious day. Today is a Christmas. Don't allow your mind to enter into anxiety reaction. I have a lot of things to do. That is not you are thinking. At present, you are doing meditation. I'm reminding you. And now we move to the third one. Looking deep inside the heart, visualize a triangle of any color pointing upward. It is an equilateral triangle. You are moving the mind on the sides of a triangle, dropping Shanti. One time clockwise, next time anti-clockwise to check. Is the mind sinking? Thinking means the mind is not at all distracted, reactive. It is entering into a deeper phase consciously. People think that the deeper phase comes when I see a lot of vision, shaking, energy is going up, my soul is being lifted. If the soul is on the top of the head, so then what will happen to the rest of the body? Should it go to the cremation ground? Those false notions have been, and when you go to a teacher who teaches you the false notion, oh my goodness, they are not logical, rational. Continue. You find this thing. You find this thing. that will help us to transition into the stage 4. Sing mentally, loudly, while pushing the mind deep inside the cave of your heart. Center the heart physically and then moving inside, singing Om. Mind seems to stop because of lack of distraction, reaction, expectation, and anxiety. You simply drop Shanti and then do nothing. Then now when you're doing nothing, so there are two parts. One, you are in a state of doing nothing. It doesn't mean that you are unconscious, you are sleepy, you are lazy. No. You are fully aware of what is happening. If you are not aware of what is happening, how do you know you are awakened? My master hammered our head for years and years. Don't go after hallucinate. But does it mean that we don't have vision and visions and colors and images? No, they will come. Let them come, let them go. They were not there before, now they are there. So, you see that? Behind all these visions, colors, experiences, we are entering deeper. We are searching our real self, our real nature. And we know real nature, real self does not have any color, does not have any shape. There's no shape, no image. It is pure consciousness of the nature of peace, happiness, love, truth, and wisdom. So you are aware of the difference between happening and doing. You know, this default mind returns again with some ideas, some thoughts, some past impressions. It says, oh, let me do it. And you miss it. You're not doing anything. That happening, awareness of the happening is also minus absence of doing. Is that a choiceless awareness? I'll just throwing a question to you. And now, fifth stage, we have to do it together. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. When you are doing with me, so when there is a silence, you have to take a deep breath so that you can chant Om loudly. Again, take a deeper breath. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Third time. At the same time, you're also enjoying the experiences, changes. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Are you in Samadhamma Uparama? I'm just asking you. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms and stay there. inside, stay there inside, live into that state. Just ask your intellect what happened, where I am, and then bring the hands down. So I spent another 7 or 8 minutes, little more, because today is a happy holiday. So yes, how are you, David and Jerry?
Thank you, sir. Two things. One, the reference to compulsive habits is something I'm going to focus on because we all have them. I have them. And some of them are good and some of them aren't so good. So that's going to be a focus for me. But I think leaving meditation today, I'm just going to exude joy, peace, and happiness.
Beautiful. Both are beautiful. One is that your experience, and other, yes, that is what happens. Understand clearly. When we meditate deeply, if it is a deeper meditation, you get a flash of awakening. Oh, I have to get rid of these impulsive habits. I have to keep it. Normally, we are not aware. We just do it. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good. Lots of joy, presence.
Good.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Yes, we have to be in the joy throughout the day. Today is Christmas. Yes, Dennis, how are you?
Very peaceful meditation. It felt like the body and the mind was completely relaxed, observing everything that is happening and not participating.
Beautiful.
So very peaceful.
Not participating, you see. When you are not participating, where is the room for anxiety, expectations? Think of it. Everyone. Yes, Stephen, how are you?
I'm good, sir. Thank you. Meditation was extremely deep. I'm definitely in a state of peace right now, and I cannot recall a single thought from the moment I closed my eyes till right now. So
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, beautiful. Yeah, we have to, not only during the practice of meditation, and when that state continues, one day, second day, third day, fourth day, what happens? Sri Aurobindo, one of the greatest masters, expresses that we have to reach to a point of awareness where we recognize that all the thoughts are coming from outside. It has nothing to do with me. They are intruders. Can we reach to that state? Yes. Sami.
Sir, mind was not interested in thinking. It was interested in doing meditation.
Beautiful.
Nothing, no thought was attracting my mind, and I easily went into peace.
Think. We have all to learn from one another. You think of this statement. What is the statement? That my mind is not interested in any other thought. Finished. If it is not interested, do you have an anxiety? Do you have reaction? Do you have an impulsive mind? Just ask yourself. Full of joy. It is full of joy. Can you have a joy and anxiety side by side? No. If the anxiety is there, obviously there are some thoughts with expectations. So that is how we need to contemplate. I'm just giving you some ideas so that during the day you can contemplate. Yes, Christina, how are you?
Thank you. My mind grabbed on to the idea of, won't stillness make me less productive overall? And that busyness is a fashion statement. And there's such peace in our practice in the slowing down. And so I think it's the belief, faith, and trust of that to be able to challenge the compulsion towards busyness.
Yes. If I can become the richest guy by being busy, then everyone will become busy. Everyone will become productive if we just, but that busyness inside we never reflected on, and it has become our habit. And then it is a fashion statement, it is in a society. Beautifully, keep that up. At the same time, keep the other who share their wisdom. How are you, Terry?
I got lost at the end of the meditation. I don't know if it was in thought or no thought. I don't remember.
Do you recognize you were lost?
I wasn't aware of.
Do you recognize you were lost? So it means that busyness was lost. You are aware. Good. I'm aware that I'm lost. Means what? There is no thought at all. Or there is no attachment. There is no identification with the thought. Eastern wisdom leads you to supra-intellectual thinking. How are you, Sangeeta?
सर बहुत पीसफुल और डीप थी और सर कुछ थॉट्स आए हैं लेकिन मुझे याद नहीं किया था.
Yeah, that too is good. Some thoughts have come, but I don't remember who are they. Because if I remember, so either there is a freedom or there is an attachment, there is an expectation. But full of peace and happiness. Thank you. Happy Christmas again and enjoy the day. We'll meet on Monday, one day before, one more session in this year.